Major Shah, why do you think politicians have not really touched upon an issue that became, as I mentioned, a nationwide issue? It wasn't just within Karnataka. In fact, one can even say it became a global issue. Once the hijab protest started in Iran, we saw a lot of people making comparisons to what was happening within India as far as the hijab is concerned. And today, almost a year later, we see that it's absolutely not an issue in Karnataka.
Well, Karl Marx had once said that the religion is the opium of the masses. So the best way to get on to the masses is to bring in religion to polarize the environment by any party. It's not about the ruling party in a place or not, or the opposition. That is a way of getting people invoking their passions and the emotion. And now when you bring up about a debate about hijab, whether hijab is an essential in Islam or it's not, that's debatable. There have been several debates on that, in fact. So main reason is it was politicized by a lot of people, and ultimately what happens in Devika, any matter comes up with a cause, with a genuine cause, I would say, and later on it's hijacked, the entire cause hijacked for political gains for petty politics by other political parties. Like I'll equate the same hijab issue in Karnataka with the restless protest happening at Jantar Mantar. Now what happens, a protest can start with a genuine cause, with a genuine concern. But later on, what business does Kisan Morcha have to go and say, okay, we'll go there and there were barricades, they break the barricades and join them in Jantar Mantar. There's no connection between the two. You can protest. Protesting is your democratic and fundamental right as long as the protest is peaceful. It's not harming or disturbing anyone. It's not creating violence. There's no vandalism. It's perfectly fine. But the moment you distort, the moment you disturb everyone else, it becomes a nuisance. It's not a protest anymore. Similarly, there were a lot of protests for hijab as well. Now, I would say a lot of people try to politicize the entire matter a bit too far. Now, that's my personal belief, Devika. In today's day and age, women are being empowered. They're joining the National Defense Academy, getting a permanent commission in the army. They are joining the fighting arm. They are becoming commanding officers. A lady should be given the liberty to wear what she wants, how she wants. Who are we to brand her? I'll give you a small example. Earlier, there was, I'm telling you a real life incident when I was in college. There was a girl, she used to wear mini skirts, she would smoke, she would drink. So people started calling her, oh, she's characterless. Who are we to decide whether she's characterless or not? She is perfectly fine. She's a very normal girl. And it's the thinking is here. The being broad-minded or narrow-minded is here. We cannot perceive that a woman in a hijab is regressive. She might be having very progressive thoughts. And no one was banning the hijab overall in the country. But the impression, the news, the hawa that went, that the hijab might be banned tomorrow. It's a different thing. For schools or for they might be uniform. But again, I would say one thing. Yes, there should be uniformity. I respect uniformity a lot. But there are certain things which the rules should be made clear right in the beginning. One cannot change the rules middle of the game to suit their convenience or who. Party can be anything. Party can be anything. But right now, when the Karnataka elections are at play, that is the time when you are saying that now we are finding that there's no issue at all. In Iran, when there was a very big issue, there still is an issue. And the very fact is, I would urge the entire nation through your channel, where people try to dive in for their own petty political gains over issues, to please stop doing that. Because then what happens? Then the entire environment gets polarized. And when the entire environment gets polarized, it's not good for the health of our country, Devika.
Okay. Major Shah, what do you make of the fact that as soon as there was a crackdown on the PFI, suddenly we saw the hijab issue sort of dying down, and today, before the elections, it's not an issue in Karnataka at all? What do you make of this? Is it a coincidence, or can we put two and two together?
No, we can put two and two together, most certainly. See, as I mentioned earlier, that every issue starts with a genuine cause. Every issue. Then thereafter it's hijacked by various parties for vested interests and what works in their favor. Luckily, fortunately, thankfully, India is a democracy. It is not jungle Raj, unlike what happened today. We saw this afternoon in Pakistan, where there is no democracy, there's no Jamhuriyat, it's total jungle Raj. They arrested Imran Khan, the Rangers came and arrested him. The Pakistan Supreme Court said, let's not make fun out of it, let's not make a joke out of it, and such things. And whereas Pakistan party, Imran Khan's party called it as a kidnapping. Because it is totally, we don't know, it's a mela over there, what's happening. But in India, there is a process, there is a procedure, everything is in order. So I would like to appeal to a lot of people, let's keep the Constitution of India alive, let's keep the democracy over here alive the way things are going. Let's not make it like a jungle Raj in some of our neighboring countries, how it's happening over there. So I think what's happening in India so far is all very fair and square and absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong in that I find with anything over there.
Right.
So as you said, can we? It is most certainly we can put two and two together over here, and we can most certainly say that the issue has died down more or less. And I wish for a better tomorrow and a world and a country especially to live in a very healthy environment.
Absolutely. I thank all of our panelists for joining us.